Hey everyone, in this video I had a conversation with Shruti. Shruti recently started freelancing. She has completed over 35 orders and she started freelancing using Canva on Fiverr. So इस वीडियो में she'll just be talking about her own experience, how she got the first client. I made a video that got a lot of attention in which I talked about how you can start freelancing using Canva, but a lot of people were suspicious. A lot of people were saying ये नहीं हो सकता, this is not possible. So in this video she'll be talking about exactly how she did it, and yeah, this would be helpful to you. So make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and timestamps दिए हुए हैं, you can move around if you want to. And yeah, here is the video. But yeah, so I watched your video in which you're talking about how did you start earning on Fiverr as a freelancer using Canva. So I was just like curious to learn more about that. What is that story like? So बताओ, how did you get started?
Actually, I got the idea about freelancing in my 12th standard, but I didn't start it because of our board exams. So after pandemic, after COVID, so I got a chance, we got some months to develop skills. The first one I developed skill, I learned about Adobe Illustrator, but later I switched to Canva and I started selling on Fiverr with Canva. I really don't have any idea about Fiverr before. I started data entry work firstly on freelancer.com, and I didn't like the work process on it, and then I switched to Fiverr. I feel like it's very convenient for a beginner who really don't want to invest and can get started easily. And that's how I started. I have knowledge about Illustrator. I know how to make those designs, but what gig I chose was about ad designing, and I was able to make them great banners in Canva, so I switched to Canva.
And how did you get the first client? How did that happen? Did that happen through you filling some buyer requests or some other way?
As I told, I was not I have no idea about freelancing, so just I created my gig, and I didn't do any keyword research like a beautiful gig image. I didn't make anything because it was my first time, so I just made whatever I feel like, services I will be providing them. So I just mentioned them, and then I published my gig, and after 2 months I got my first order, and I was really happy. Eventually, I don't know how he found my gig, because I remember I have not mentioned any specific keywords, just I will create Facebook ad. This was my heading, that's it. No beautiful, no any catchy keyword I have used, but still I got my first order, and he was from US and he was very supportive. Actually, first time I delivered my file in inbox only. So he can cheat me, but he didn't do that. He just tell me that you have to deliver these files on order page so that I can give you review. So he was very humble, and I have learned a lot from him, and he was then my permanent client.
That's amazing. So your first gig was about you saying that you can create a Facebook ad copy with the ad photo for them, right?
Yes.
So what did you use for this? Canva, and what exactly did you do in Canva for making this? People always watch that video that I make on how you can start earning using Canva on Fiverr, and they were saying कि ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, तो गलत बात है, ऐसे कैसे बता रहे हो? So I thought let me just bring someone who has actually done this. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you on that. Yeah.
सब हो सकता है, सब मुमकिन है. In starting, I used Adobe Illustrator for creating YouTube channel art. I created 3 gigs in starting. So one of them was Facebook ads, second one was YouTube channel art, and third one was branding services, which is anyone new as a beginner can start in that niche. It is really low competition is there, so you can start with it. And the first order I completed was with Canva, second I did with Adobe Illustrator, and whenever I get an order for creating ads or banners, I always complete it with Canva. So just you have to know some blending skills for Canva. You can do it better in Photoshop, I know it, but it is not like that. You cannot do it in Canva. You can do everything. It's an good alternative if you know how to use it rightly.
What tips would you give to people when they are having their own first gig on Fiverr? And also, how many projects have you had? How many orders have you completed?
From my second account, like I have already mentioned, I got my first order after 2 months, I worked it. It worked for me like for 3 months, and I got 10 orders, and which was a great start because I was very new and I was not like very professional in that field at that time. So I was very happy that I got 10 orders, and after that a bad experience that my one of my buyer he booked branding services gig, and she didn't like what I provided, and just she didn't ask for any revisions or anything, just she gave leave a 1-star review. So it destroyed my whole profile. So बहुत ही बुरा experience था वो, and I have to restart it. So I have made second account, and for which I am continuing right now, and I've completed 35 orders in
That's
last
amazing.
6 months. Yes.
So, yeah, what mistakes do you think people make when they first get started on Fiverr?
The mistakes are like, if you are new to Fiverr, you will ask your buyer, like if he is not replying, you will text him multiple times. ये होता है क्योंकि मतलब जो नए होते हैं उनको रहता है कि प्लीज गिव मी अ रिव्यू. सो यू हैव टू बी प्रोफेशनल इन दैट एरिया, एंड वेन एवर यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ क्लाइंट, be brief as possible, and to the point. You have to ask them what they want, how much is their budget, and you don't have to like, एक कन्वर्सेशन होता है तो उसको इतना लंबा नहीं करना है. यू हैव टू बी प्रिसाइज एंड टू द पॉइंट, फर्स्ट थिंग. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग इज डोंट एवर आस्क फॉर अ रिव्यू. एंड इफ दे आर विलिंग, लाइक अमेजोन पे भी हम ऑर्डर्स लेते हैं तो हम कितनी बार रिव्यू देते हैं? नहीं देते हैं. तो क्लाइंट्स आर इन द सेम वे. So sometime they will give you a review, sometime not. So you don't have to ask them. If they really like your service, they will give you orders, and they will be your permanent client. And the next step is try to make permanent clients so that you will never lack in orders. Like you can regularly work for as a freelancer. It is important to create permanent client because every time you will not get new buyers in every month. Not every month is same.
Can you give one example of how does this happen? Let's say you do one project for them. Let's say you make one channel art or something for them. How do you
There is a
pitch them
trick.
for retaining the client?
Okay. There is a trick. Actually, there is a function in Fiverr. I don't think that anyone will tell this, but there is a function in Fiverr that you can see what the buyer has purchased before. Okay, so what I usually do, my first client, when my new account I created, I just saw what are the services that she actually is मतलब has उसने पहले लिया हुआ है. तो मैंने देखा कि she has buy like worksheets, workbooks. So I get an idea that she is a client from like books related things, and she created much stuff like that because she was a very important buyer like VID, and she has created approximately 300 people she has like given freelancing work. So that was very impressive because she was like regular on Fiverr, and she was like purchasing every week. So I thought that I should like keep this customer to me, and I when I realized that she is purchasing these things, so I thought, oh, why not let me do worksheet works. So I do a little research, and then I found out how to make worksheets. Like it is possible in Word, presentation, anything like free softwares which are beginners having, they can easily do it. And somewhat illustration, you can make them in Illustrator, so that's not a difficult thing, and you can start. So I just asked her like casually that we have done a one project, so if you are ever in need of like worksheet in the future, please do contact me. This was my line, and she said yes, I am in need of, and I get her permanent. I have done 9 orders with her. So I'm really like it worked. It doesn't work for everyone. Like some people are for only one time purchase, but it worked for me.
Badhiya. Okay, how do you charge for your services? Like how much rate do you put for, let's say, making one channel art using Canva? Do you specify that I'll be making this in Canva, and do you also like give them the editable link that they can use afterwards?
Actually, I don't like to lose my clients, so I am really flexible with prices. So I just ask them what is your budget and how many pages. If they are asking for worksheets, or if they are asking me to make journals, like which I love to make. I am a journal design expert now because I have completed like very much orders offline and online also. So I'm just very flexible. My prices are as basic for like 2 pages for $5, in journals, and for post designing, I think I charge $5 for one post. That's it. Because
Right.
still I'm a new seller, I'm not completed 2-3 years, so you have to be like grounded till then you become a top rated seller, so then you can increase your prices and you will get clients.
Do you think buyer requests work right now?
I don't think so, because I've applied for many buy requests, because sometimes you are not able to understand what they are asking for, and some clients are like they don't want to explain, and as a beginner you will not be like really confident about what they will love. As you will work, you will get the idea what clients are actually looking up to. So in as buy request is taken, I think you have to be like a pro level writer for it. If you are a content writer or something, then you will be able to like reply. You have to convince them, and for one buy request they will be having like 200-300 requests, so you are one of them. It's really difficult but not impossible. You can get. I got 2 orders from buy request, but then I didn't apply because they were not that sweet experiences.
Amazing, Shruti. It was great talking to you. Are you upskilling yourself as well? Like, are you learning something else so that you can make more
Yes,
gigs out
yes.
of that?
I recently learned YouTube SEO, which is completely different from your designing. So YouTube SEO I've learned, and then I opened my own YouTube channel to implement it. Let's see if it works. So बढ़िया उसने काम किया. I've completed 4 weeks. I've completed 1,000 subscribers. So I was like, it worked for me, and I thought I'm thinking of like teaching people about SEO. It is really a good skill. You should learn.
It is really important. Like, we also are working with clients. Basically, I started MarketUp, which is a content creation agency, and वहाँ पे हम लोग बहुत सारे startups के साथ काम करते हैं. So over there, we also help them with the SEO thing, and they do need services like that. So it is in demand. Yeah.
People are charging $200 for like SEO, and it's not that difficult. So you can do
Yeah.
it. Like if I will provide these services, I am sure I will get client.
Right. Amazing. Okay, Shruti, it was great talking to you. Thank you for joining me here. Guys, if you are interested to know more about her, you can check out her channel. The link for that is in the description. So yeah, thank you so much. That is it from this video. I hope you got to learn something from this. Let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts about this. If you're still watching, let me know in the comment section by saying I watched till the very end. That's it. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I'll keep coming up with some amazing videos in the future as well. All right. You can also follow me on Instagram at Ishan Sharma 90. Bye bye.